Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how the band members of Linkin Park have changed. You will get to know their ages and life stories in brief. Watch this video to the end to see how all the musicians of this alternative rock band looked in their youth and early career and how they look now in 2023. Enjoy watching. Chester Bennington, in his 41 years of life, has become one of the greatest metal vocalists of all time. Chester's childhood cannot be called simple. He was repeatedly abused by older kids and classmates, and his parents' divorce finally finished him off. Bennington became withdrawn and began to skip school, as well as addicted to alcohol and substances. To somehow escape from the oppressive reality, Chester listened to a lot of music and wrote poems for songs himself. He was in a large number of bands where he played various instruments, but most often sang. At the age of 17, Bennington co-founded the post-grunge project Grey Days. The band was successful, but broke up after recording 2 albums. Later, Chester auditioned for Zero. In '99, the band changed its name to Hybrid Theory and released an EP of the same name. But due to copyright issues, the name was changed to Linkin Park in honor of Linkin Park, through which Bennington often made his way to the studio. Subscribe to the channel not to miss my new exciting videos about rock stars. Let's keep going. Brad Delson discovered his talent for music during his high school years. His first instrument was a trumpet, but when Bradford heard rock music, he began to master the guitar. At the age of 18, Brad and his buddies formed their first band, which broke up after their first gig. In '96, Delson, along with high school friends Rob Bourdon and Mike Shinoda, formed the band Zero, which would later become famous as Linkin Park. At that moment, Brad was studying at the University of California, where he met Jeff Blue, the vice president of Zomba Music. He helped the young band a lot in the initial stages. In 2000, Linkin Park released their debut album Hybrid Theory, which sold 50,000 copies in its first week, and a year later had almost 5 million sales in the US. The release was warmly received by listeners, but not all critics liked it. The single in the end became world famous. For the song Crawling, the band won a Grammy Award in the category Best Hard Rock Performance. Rob Bourdon is known as the drummer of Linkin Park and as the youngest member of the band. Initially, Robert played piano, but when at the age of 10 he saw Aerosmith drummer Joey Kramer playing, the boy realized what musical instrument he wanted to connect his life with. During his school years, Bourdon was often invited to various teenage musical projects. Before his musical career, Rob worked as a bowling coordinator and a waiter in a restaurant. And already at the age of 17, he became a member of a band that became famous all over the world. Linkin Park's second album premiered in 2003. Meteora hit the top spot on the Billboard 200 charts and sold 810,000 copies in its first week. The title was inspired by the eponymous complex of mountain monasteries in Greece, which practically deny the laws of gravity. The album is among the best releases of the decade, and the single Numb is still one of the band's best-known songs. Dave Farrell, also known as Phoenix, became interested in music at a young age when his mom taught him how to play guitar. In high school, he also mastered the violin. Dave began his musical career in the pop-punk project Tasty Snacks. In this band, he switched to bass guitar. Phoenix got into Linkin Park at the invitation of his university friend Brad Delson. Due to the Snacks tour, Farrell did not participate in the first LP album, but contributed to all the others. During the creation of the third release, Minutes to Midnight, the band decided to completely change their sound and approach. To help them with this, they invited the famous producer Rick Rubin, who advised them to forget how Linkin Park sounded and just record what they liked. Minutes to Midnight became the most commercially successful album of 2007. Hahn became interested in DJing in his school days. As a member of Linkin Park, he discovered his creative potential not only as a DJ, but also as a music video maker. Joseph has directed almost half of the band's music videos, including What I've Done and Numb. LP won 2 Grammy Awards, the first for the song Crawling, the second for the single Numb Encore, from the mashup album Collision Course, created with Jay-Z. And Hahn became the first ever Korean American to win the award. Although Joe has said that his real passion is movies and music is more of an ancillary activity, he has contributed to all of Linkin Park's albums. The concept release A Thousand Suns came out in 2010 and deals with human fears such as nuclear war. It topped the charts but had lower sales than their previous work. 2 years later, Living Things was premiered, where the guys added such genres as folk and electronic music to their sound. Mark Wakefield was Zero's first vocalist. His chronic stage fright and poor vocal abilities led him to leave the band. But Mark remained on good terms with the members and contributed to the writing of 3 songs from the Hybrid Theory album. Wakefield built a career in the concert agency. In addition to a successful music career, Michael Shinoda has excelled as an artist, producer and designer. Mike learned the piano at an early age and won a music competition at 12, after which he realized his talent for songwriting. At the same time, Shinoda became interested in playing guitar and rapping. Michael graduated from college with a degree in illustration, so he was responsible for most of Linkin Park's artwork, including album covers. The band's 6th release, The Hunting Party, came out in the summer of 2014, and the guys described it as alternative hybrid theory in the hardcore punk thrash genres. The album hit number 3 on Billboard and did not have high sales. In 2017, the 7th release, One More Light, was presented. In it, the band moved away towards pop rock, due to which the work was mostly negatively received by both listeners and the press. After Chester's passing, Linkin Park's activities came to a halt, and Mike focused on solo work. Watch these videos to see more fascinating transformations of your favorite celebrities. See you in the next video.